I'm sure Bacon Bits hasn't had a first date in a while. He doesn't leave that dilapidated couch of his very often.
Well, how about, it's so funny because Neal is so happy that the sunflower's coming. There's no way the sunflower's hot. I mean,
No.
I don't even know if it's a girl.
It's either one of those fat cat lady types that's a little bit busted in the face. She might be nice. I mean, she might have a nice personality. She's definitely the type that goes on blind dates, or she hasn't been with a man in a while. But Nasty Neal hasn't been with a woman maybe ever. So
I know. But here's the thing, then. How in the fuck, is like she says, "Oh, Neal's such a good guy." Neal stabbed me in the back 3 times. Then Neal stabbed Rob in the back 10 times, and then Sunflower somehow, like, she's the hypocrite who yells at me for striking when I strike Shitware, yet Shitware strikes Mensa Meth, takes his channel down. But she doesn't have a problem with that. She's the dumb fuck that now is supporting Rob, while look what he did. Shitware said everything under the sun about him. And she supports Neal. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with
She's buying into his fake nice guy routine. He loves to do it. Well, I'm Neal. I'm the nice guy. He went so far as to say earlier tonight. I just flipped over because I was sort of doing the rounds. Bacon Bits, obviously, he's grifting off you. Rob and Neal are playing grab ass. They had OG Mumbling Nick, your other buddy. They're all watching you, laughing at you, and talking to Sunflower Dragon. Neal says, "I bet if you did a poll of the Dabbleverse, who's nicer, me or John? Everyone would say me." And I'm like, no, you're not nice. You're fake nice. You're a fraud. And shame on Sunflower Dragon. She was supporting the real deal, you, and now she backstabs and goes over to that side. I mean, it's just
they all do. They all do, Dan. And Rob Saul stabbed Jim Grindle in the back too.
Oh yeah, talk to Jim Grindle, man. Like it's funny if you look at him on Twitter, he hates all these guys. Jim Grindle was doing a show with Rob when Rob was all fucked up, just like you were supporting him. Jim Grindle was supporting him. He's too big for Jim Grindle. So now he's treating Jim Grindle like shit. Rob is such a fucking phony, man. It's so pathetic. And now he thinks he's like a hot shit because he's got 150 people supporting his sobriety thing. He's doing get a kick out of this. I don't know if I said this before, but Friday night, he's already hyping up Friday night. Lucy Tightbox for his special 100 Days Sober episode on Friday night. Rob Saul. What a fucking clown.
Did you ever see anyone grift off of sobriety ever?
I'm getting my 100-day chip, everybody, and I'm going to have Lucy
Tightbox. I don't give a shit.
I don't fucking care that you're sober. You're, if anything, you're fucking more lame now. You were more fun when you were kind of wasted. At least
when you were drunk, you stood for something.
Yeah. Bacon Bits has never been on the Tonight Show. I can guarantee that.
I don't know
if he can afford to watch the Tonight Show. I don't know if it has a TV he can afford to watch. Anthony Cumia and Missy B are floating around in the chats tonight. I guess they must be sitting watching it. Anthony Cumia went on no fewer than 2 shows that are watching you right now and said, John's driving drunk. Someone should report him to Cape Coral Police. Because obviously he left his date and he's driving around drunk driving, endangering the town of Cape Coral. That's Anthony Cumia. Tony Two Shirts is telling people to report you to the police. What a piece of shit.
Wait. Hold on a second. When did he do this?
About 10 minutes ago.
He said I was driving drunk?
He says, look at John. He's drunk right now. He must have drove home drunk from his date. He's a menace to society. Somebody should be reporting him to the police when he does this.
What makes him think I drove?
I have no idea. But he's spreading this gossip and innuendo in all these chats. He's trying to get people to, like, I don't know, report you to the police, basically.
Hey, Pocky, I don't drive to dates. I take an Uber.
See, that's smart. Smart move.
But I only had a martini and 1 beer.
And you seem like maybe you had a nice buzz. Like, not, you don't seem slurred or drunk or anything. I don't know where you get that idea.
I'm just drunk from happiness for the wonderful date. Metal Gear, thanks to $2, Rob Solis betrayed his fans. He's a degenerate. A lot of people.
No lies told there.
A lot of people can't stand him for that. A lot.
His whole fan base has changed. I don't know if you noticed this. And now Penis Wrinkle and him are friends. That was like they were known enemies. Now they're friends. It's all like Shuli types now that like, and Rob's all happy as a pig in shit. Meanwhile, the old Rob Saul fans, they've left because he's lame now. They say Rob's lame. He's changed. He's not the same guy I followed, 6 months ago. And now it's all the same, Bacon Bits, Discord dork types that follow Shuli, the disabled, the homeless. They're the ones that are following Rob. And congrats on your sober journey. It's like, we don't fucking care, dude. 98 days. Who cares? Like I said to John earlier, you're going out on top. This is the time you want to go out on a high note. Right now, all of John's enemies, they're starting to feel like they're feeling good about themselves because they're getting, the audiences. Like you got the Bacon Bits guy and Rob and Shuli even. But once John's gone, these guys are going to lose the edge that they have, and then they have to come up with something else to talk about besides John. It's going to be fascinating to see.
There's an interesting moment in that it's ending with Shuli saying that he's going to sue John for something Shuli did to Mentor Math, and then also with Anthony Cumia, the free speech warrior, suing John for defamation. Like, what the fuck? I was trying to explain this to my best friend because
you see Shuli crying the other night. Oh, he's taking away my right to mock him and to troll him.
Oh my God.
Shuli is a low-life, cock-sucking, talentless, fucking loser, worm little bitch. I can't believe, like, he did you see Mentor Math posted the receipts? Because when John was talking to Mentor Math, everyone's like, oh, he only did it that one time and that was fair use. Like, show the evidence. Mentor Math goes on Twitter, posts all of it, and they're just like, suck my dick. And
yeah, they don't even.
John, I tagged Shuli. I was like, is this real or did he Photoshop it? Shuli went radio silent. Today, Carl goes on Point Dabble Point, gets called out in a super chat about it, and says, that would be really fucked up if Shuli did that multiple times. I don't know what happened, which is just, he never seems to know what happens anywhere where it matters. And then so Shuli has not commented on whether or not he's struck Mentor Math multiple times. And I really
because he did.
You should comment on whether he did it or not. Because if Mentor Math is falsely accusing Shuli of striking him, then I'm going to back Shuli up and tell him to fucking suck my tits.
No.
And there's a clear delineation of the strikes. John, you never targeted the Clippers. Shuli is going after anyone and everyone that he feels like he can big time, including guys like Mentor Math, guys who are on the come up, who are Clippers, who are getting the word out. He's going against everything, like striking people that are sniping you or not being transformative is one thing. Mentor Math was trying to be transformative. Mentor Math was trying to do it the right way. Shuli targeted him unfairly, and what Shuli was really trying to do, his act of aggression, he was trying to say to anyone, you fuck with me, I'm going to fuck you back.
My laptop, which is like a brand new MacBook.
Oh, I felt so bad for you, Abba.
It like fried because of pickle juice spill. And unlike Nasty Neal, I didn't go do a GoFundMe and I bought a new goddamn laptop today.
Can you believe that? A 50-year-old man is trying to get crowdfund to get a laptop.
The movie producer. He needs a MacBook? He needs a GoFundMe MacBook?
You're in the movies and you can't even afford a fucking laptop? Neal, I'm so sorry.
John, I've talked to you through this because I was really upset because I wanted to be with you on the show this week. It never once occurred to me to crowdfund a laptop. That is insane.
Like if you can't put together $300 or $400 to get just a laptop, they're not that expensive. Unless you're trying to get like an Apple one,
it was expensive, but it sucked. But
you want to get a good one. But even then,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Nasty Neal is a 50-year-old man. Like this is like to your point. He's a movie producer and he's a streamer. So this is like a part of your job.
Don't even say he's a movie producer.
I
Name
know.
one movie he's ever produced.
Well, my whole theory about him was that he's an executive producer and he had money, so he was funding movies, and that's how he got the credit. But then next thing you know, maybe that's how he can afford to executive produce these. He just go funds his own equipment, and then he just spend that money on the movie.
It's a circle jerk of like 10 losers who are cosplaying as movie directors. They give each other $50 a piece, and then they say, "Oh, you're a producer of my movie. You send me $50."
I have to. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I'm done.
Neal's a movie watcher.
I have to apologize to all of the people that warned me.
Hold on, Alvin. Neal's very defensive about the laptop GoFundMe right now.
I would be too. It's embarrassing. That's why you don't do it.
I can't believe that. And now Shitway wants to do a GoFundMe for his new lawsuit against
He's a bottom-feeding cocksucker.
It's like
everything's a victim. Everyone's racist. Oh, we need money for this. Oh, we need money for this because they hate because they're anti-Semites. Oh, we need this money because John did this. Why don't you just come up with an original show, you fucking talentless hack? Whenever he talks about it, there's no concept of why don't you just not stalk John? No, outside of the Dabbleverse, everyone should really look at Rob, Saul, and Grillo's behavior to learn about audience capture and podcasting and monetization. Because what you see is how far people will go just to get super chats and super tips. And there's a point.
Sell anyone out.
Yep.
They'll sell anyone out.
Exactly. And so like they have a beef with John. Okay, they go back and forth or whatever. But it's all about like what you kind of seen the last week, maybe like 14 or maybe 10 days, where you just watch them realize that they have to do a show. And then they just realize they have to talk about John, and they've just kind of snowballed hatred. So they've just been extracting, whether it was there all along or not, deep hatred. So when you listen to Rob Saul talk about you, it's like, dude, and again,
he went after family.
No,
and Ava, I say, Rob, you got family too.
Well, don't say that. But no, but it's just like the amount of hatred that he's just broadcasting is very disturbing. And to me, you have to couple your sobriety with like kind of getting to a peaceful place. The stuff he said about you was so venomous and vitriolic.
Yeah.
Where it's like you shit on him, but like it's in the context of the show and the Dabbleverse. Like it was kind of awkward watching him, and Grillo just did that too. And it's like you watch, it's like, oh, they need to like do super tips, and they've already kind of like said the original thing. So all they can do is up the ante and just be like, you're never my best friend. And then it's like dark and gross and sad. And if you look at Grillo, I mean, he's a fucking fat fuck anyway.
If we could stay on Rob for just 1 second, the cognitive dissonance that's going on with Rob. If any of us know the people that have gone through rehab and you come out, like to Ava, your point, you got to let it go. You can't come back with anger. You can't come back into the real world holding all of this like deep-seated just vitriol towards people from your past. And Rob, I don't think wanted to, but by coming back into and reinserting himself into the Dabbleverse and trying to be successful and putting so much into it, doing 5 days or 6 days a week, he's realizing, wait, the more negative I am, the more angry I am, the more attention I get, the more viewers I get, the more super chats, the nastier and more awful I am to John, and the worse things I say about John, hey, I get a bigger audience. I get more money.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so and Keanu does it like they all do it.
Keanu, go ahead, Albert. Say what you're gonna say about Keanu. What a piece.
Watching Keanu jump on that, like I have to apologize to everyone that warned me about Keanu like 6 months ago. Like I fought. Me and John had a lot of fights where I was defending her on and off the air. But like watching those three and watching the way she behaved, and she lied about me too, by the way. It's just revolting. It's so disgusting. I mean, it's just you see her for the fucking little cunt that she is. Like fuck her.
Yeah,
she's a fucking piece of shit. Like
she
seriously,
really is,
I watched it. It was just like, oh my god.
But Ava, what did I do wrong to her?
You did a couple of things wrong, but she took it into a whole other place. Anthony's racist, and so Keanu can't say anything. Like she purposely made it like that. I said Anthony was racist, which I don't ever bother with that one.
Yes, and she's with Geno, who again, I mean, if you ever saw
Geno's a retard.
If you ever saw Geno's act, oh my god,
Geno's an embarrassment. Yeah,
you
know, his anti-Semitism, his racism, it's fucking
all of his punchlines are just slurs and swear words.
No, he's a hack. And like the sad thing is, it's like they threw her under the bus to like get like on Cumia's good side, but that didn't really get them any viewers. And so now she's on Rob Saul's show.
But here's the thing: I would have put Keanu on every show I did, and I would go on the radio and promote her.
Yeah,
like, and she was on the poster. So that's why I take exception to out of nowhere she starts fucking trashing me.
Right.
And, you know, and by the way, Ava, this is one thing that you don't seem to understand. When Kiana was at Tommy Fox's with me, and I didn't know this, but she was tweeting with Pocky. And I looked over at a phone and I saw her with Geno and Pocky on her Twitter. You don't know that, Ava. And I saw her and I went, oh, that's weird. I go, what's, you know, and then I realized Geno, right when I was with her at Tommy Fox's, was trashing me nonstop on his show.
He trashed you the night before Fox's, and you and you were so respectful that you told me when I brought up on the show, you were like, we're not bad mouthing Geno. I was like,
but I'm just telling you, she knew,
of course,
that's where it was going. So
no, it's
you know, this spice worker thing. I don't care.
I know
she was already,
yeah.
No, but she was already on board with what you and I didn't know, but what she knew. She knew she was gonna fucking eventually stab me in the back, and much
she
like
telegraphed it to us.
What?
If you watch like that week, like those are the only shows of ours we've done that I've ever rewatched is the week before Rodney's, and then like the week after, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't wrong about a couple of things. And she slowly telegraphs that she's throwing her under the bus, and if you just, it's just you see it.
She's notorious for telegraphing too. She starts getting a little wishy-washy and everything.
Yep. And that's how she was at Tommy Fox's.
Yeah.
She was already like, I swear to Christ, when I looked over to my left and I saw her on her cell phone with Pocky on Twitter, and I said, okay, something's rotten in Denmark. I swear to God, I knew. Something was going on, you know, that was, you know, she's a cunt.
Is she live streaming right now?
She's with Rob.
What?
So now Pat Dixon is sniping Rob, sniping me.
Hi, Pat.